Hi, this is Nancy with On Point TV and Quilting with Nancy. Thank you very much for joining me for this chilly, kind of cold, rainy Sunday afternoon when I'm not even going to be making anything. I'm just making a little bit of announcement about teaching at the AQS show Quilt Week in Grand Rapids. So this is coming up September, got to look at my notes, 13. It's the second week, and I had it on the other thing, and you'd think I'd be remembering, 2 seconds ago. I think it's the 13th through the 16th, something like that. The screen is up there. You'll see it there. But they just asked if I would do a little video showing the quilts and the projects that I'll be doing at the show, so you can consider maybe coming to the show. If you are within, all right, I'm going to go bold and say 5 hours from Grand Rapids, I highly recommend you stop on out and come to the AQS show here. First of all, it's in Grand Rapids, which west side of Michigan, prettiest side of Michigan, in my humble opinion. I love Grand Rapids. Obviously, I've lived here for over 35 years. It's right next to the lake, about a half hour or so from Big Lake, Michigan, which is the most beautiful body of water God created, again, in my opinion. And it is just a really nice time. Grand Rapids is one of those big cities that's not really big. It's not like going to Chicago where it's just like really, really big. It's a big city with big city stuff, but yet it's really just a little small town that we all love so much. Grand Rapids is also, the Quilt Week in Grand Rapids is also the second largest of all the AQS shows. As of last time I talked to them, it was, so I'm not sure if that's changed or not, but it's a big show. Lots of fabulous quilts, of course. The vendors, so many different vendors, local and manufacturers, and long arms and fabric, and you just can't ever get enough of all of that. A lot of really great special exhibits. And then, of course, the classes. So they've got, I think it was, what did I count? 17 different teachers, some of them actually local. So it's going to be really fun to be there with a couple of my friends that are local teachers also. And then some, of course, national teachers. So you're going to want to check out their website, which is AmericanQuilter.com. And if you follow the link below, that'll take you directly to my list of classes that I'm going to be telling you about there. So hello, everybody, all the way from Italy. Yes, I think you should come from Italy to go to the AQS show in Grand Rapids. Would love to have you here. Yeah, everybody's doing good. So let me get started. So the first class that I have is on Wednesday. Got to look at my notes that are over there. Wednesday morning at 8:30 in the morning at the convention center. Keep in mind, the DeVos Convention Center has really simple parking. So you're able to park in a parking structure and bring your supplies in and go right to a class. Keeping in mind also, when you're at an AQS show, you don't have to bring your own machine. You don't even have to bring your own basic rotary cutters, mats, and rulers. They have that all provided in the classrooms. So this quilt is my fractured glass. Now I'm going to show you a slide, but I wanted you to see what size it is. This is my fractured glass that is a paper piecing technique, and it's a little bit of a unique technique. I also want you to just keep these fabrics in your head too. I'm going to be talking about how I made those fabrics in a class too. So let me go to my slide. All right, so this is what the fractured glass quilt would look like. Hi, Roxy from Ludington. Hope you can come down to the Grand Rapids show. This is the fractured glass, just a simple picture of it. And it really is it's I want to say it's a basic foundation piece in class, but it is and it isn't. So it actually comes from one of my books. This is a fractured glass book. And what we will be making are these smaller units. Now, when I want you to look at these units, I want you to see how everyone is actually the same, trying to get them all into the view, are all the same pattern, but do you see how the fabrics move around? That's because the unique way that I'm going to have you do the foundation piecing. So it's a really, really cool technique. These actually are some fabrics that I have painted that I'll tell you about here in a second. And here I was using some glitters. It's for a new project I'm working on. So generally, I'd say 80% of the people making the fractured glass, the small one or the big one, use a black grout. But consider, if you can take this class, consider using some different color grouts. Here is a sample that I'm doing that has kind of a lime green grout. So think about that. This is my fractured glass. Oops, gotta get back to the picture. There it is. That's the fractured glass class, and that one takes place Wednesday morning. So the very, very first day of the show. The second thing I'll have going on is Thursday morning, and it's not a class. This will be a lecture demo. It's not going to be me showing you the entire Basic series. Boy, talking is hard today. Um, but you'll want to get to at this lecture. I'll be doing an hour lecture showing you some of my most favorite, most I think awe-inspiring techniques for basic quilt making that I hear all the time from students that, oh my gosh, why did nobody ever tell me that? So different ways that I cut and different ways that there's just a lot of little things that I want to show you. I think you'll enjoy this class. Every time I teach this little lecture, I'm sorry, not a class, this little lecture demo, people come up to me and they're like, nobody ever told me this. Why did anybody never tell me this? And again, that lecture demo is Thursday at 9 a.m. Thursday afternoon, we'll be learning to create painted fabric. Now, this is a technique the quilt I just showed you. All of those fabrics were fabrics I painted. All the fabrics are totally and completely permanent on fabrics. No bleeding, no fading. Can be used in everyday washing quilts and some really cool, more mixed media art quilts too. So I use a gel press plate, which will be part of the kit fee. There'll be paints there, and because it's in Grand Rapids and I live in Grand Rapids, I will be able to bring if I had to guess, I'd say over 100 different stencils and stamps that you'll be able to play with. Here's just a couple of examples of some other quilts that I've made using my painted fabrics. It is really very, very fun. Most people that take this class, again, absolutely love the whole technique of creating their own fabric. I do have just a couple of little ones. So this is the size that you'll be painting. It's about 8 by 10, something like that, that you can use in so many different quilts. And then there are larger plates and stencils that I'll bring to the class to introduce you to. So you can do up to a 12 by 14 size of fabric. My next class after that is diamonds. We're going to master diamond English paper piecing by hand, and I'll be instructing you on how you can do this or parts of these projects by machine. Really fun. So if working with your hands, if handwork is not your jam, come to the class. I'll teach you how you can do it by hand, but then I will also give you full explanations as to how you can complete these by machine. Really cool techniques with all of this, none of the having to remove the paper. Here's just a layout I've done with some of the diamonds that I've made, but it would be able to make a large quilt in the end. There will be a book available during that class. That class is taking place Friday afternoon. Then my favorite class of all times, if I have to say it's just true. This is my New York Beauty class. I've been teaching New York Beauty for such a long time, and it is hands down my most taught class and my most favorite. I love teaching New York Beauties, and I love New York Beauties in general. Here's one I made. This actually was using one of Karen K. Stone's patterns. I love New York Beauties. These are some examples of what the New York Beauty blocks you'll make in class will look like. And you'll be able to finish, depending on your skills and your technique, you'll be able to finish 1 to 4 different blocks in class. Here's one of the ones I did that I also covered with beads. So all of those quilts will be also at the class so that you'll be able to see them all. And that class is Friday at 8:30. So I'm sorry, cancel that. Saturday at 8:30. It is written right in front of my face, right here. I've got it written down. Do you think that reading should be one of the classes I teach? No, Nancy's not going to be teaching reading. So I wish so much to be able to meet so many of you if you came into the Grand Rapids and came to the AQS show. I promise you won't be disappointed in the show. It's a fabulous city and a fabulous show. I also want to announce that AQS has asked me to teach at the Daytona show in February 2024, which February, Michigan, cold, rainy, snowy, that kind of stuff. Daytona, February, I'm thinking the weather should be pretty nice down there, right? And at that show, I will be teaching 8 different electric quilt designing classes. So if you've been interested in an electric quilt, but you just have to get your hands on it, or more commonly, you've bought the program and you've not gone so far to actually learn how to use it, you could take that and take the classes and have some hands-on. I'll be right there to teach you what to do. If you're also an EQ lover, electric quilt designer lover, and you want to get to know more, you want to learn the basics, I do have a membership. So in the bottom of the description there's a join button. You can find out more information about my memberships, where you've got it right now. I think there's 29 videos you can watch in the past, and you get to be part of the monthly EQ training. Keep in mind, if you become a member of my YouTube channel, not only are you helping me keep doing what I'm doing here, but I need you to send me your email. Without your email, I can't send you your perks. So if you're a member of the channel and you have never sent me your email, please send me your email. My email's super easy to remember: quiltingwithnancy@gmail.com. So let me see what we got. Hi, Kansas. Thanks, Roxy. I really appreciate that. So there you go. Those are the classes and lecture demo that I'll be doing at the AQS show in Grand Rapids in September here in Grand Rapids. Follow the links below to go to the AQS show general site, and or to go directly to my instructor page and maybe sign up for a class, and let me know that you saw me here or that you watch other videos. I just like meeting everybody. So thank you very much and have a great day.